So I hear this all the time on TV and social media and in every bright-eyed up-and-comer. I've told you in previous shows that I've had the experience of hiring a lot of people and being a lead or I don't want to call it a manager, but part of the hiring team. Hired and trained a lot of people over the years. And I always see some wide-eyed young kid come in, and sooner or later I hear the same line. And it's a beautiful dream, but it is, I want to do what I love. Do what you love and never work a day in your life, right? That's the big dream. Confucius actually said that. As far as we know, he was probably the first, but it's been parroted over millions of times and millions of different people over the years. I've seen that saying attributed to so many people who actually, well, let's face reality, they followed up with somebody else on what they said. Wasn't their idea. But as far as we can tell, that traces back to Confucius. And it was, do what you love and you will never work a day in your life. And it is a beautiful sentiment. Now, I'm 40 years old. It's not very old. Some of you guys listening maybe have a lot more experience than I do. And I'd be interested to hear what you think about this idea. But one thing I have learned in my time is I've been working since I was 16, I think. And I've had a handful of jobs I really enjoyed. But I've never had one I loved. I have known a lot of people who have started businesses doing things they love. And it doesn't always turn out real well. Part of the reason is because when you take something you love and turn it into a daily task that others have input into, then it stops being easy to love it, right? You love it the way you love it. And now is a really interesting time in history because you actually have an opportunity to chase this concept way more than any generations or any groups before us have. There are new and creative ways to monetize things that have never made money before. Like I said, forgive the intro, but, Patreon. Patreon has enabled people to make content for a living. And that might be a podcast and a YouTube channel like I run and all my other social media. Or maybe you're an artist and people just love your art. And there are artists on Patreon who make their living because people love what they do. So people are paying them for their content and to produce their content. And it's amazing. Maybe you create something. Maybe you sew something, or you design something, or you hand build something. There are ways to monetize things that have never existed before in this amazing internet era. So you see a lot of people you see a lot of people chasing this dream of doing something they love. And I'm all for that, guys. I love creating content. I love doing this show, actually. It's nice to have something I'm passionate about. Because for years I just worked a job and I still go to work and I still work a 40 to 60 hour work week every week. This is something I do on the side. Would it be great one day if this is all I could do or all I had to do? That would be pretty cool. But I'd still be doing this even if I go to work 60 hours a week because I enjoy doing this. What's happening, guys? My name is Brent and I am the Fallible Man. This has been a clip from one of our podcasts. Hey, if you enjoyed the clip, go over to our YouTube channel and check out the full video podcast available exclusively on YouTube. And if you're more of an audio guy, hey, our podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, and I think pretty much everywhere else you want to listen. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I hope you enjoyed the clip.